Hello, everyone, and it's time for you guys to ask me questions to get to know me better. And let's just wait for everybody to join in. I'm so excited because I really want you guys to know what my journey has been like and how did I get into yoga and how did it all start. So let's just wait for everybody to join in and then we'll begin this wonderful chat session. I hope you guys have been practicing yoga with us and the 21 days challenge has been going amazing with all our great yoga trainers from all over the world.
Hi, Archita.
Hello, how are you, Sarvesh?
I am awesome. How are you? Great to see you without the yoga.
Great to see you.
Nice. Am I audible? All good?
Yes, you are perfectly audible. Am I audible to you? Everything's okay with the picture, the sound?
Super awesome.
Okay,
As always. Great. So, Archita, let's get started or we shall wait for a while for let our friends join maybe और फिर start करते हैं थोड़ा सा.
Fine, I can see people joining in. And
Yes. Aparna has joined and Great Indian Diet. Hi, Aparna. Hi, Great Indian Diet.
Hi,
Can you see
everyone.
them?
Yes, I can see them.
Great, great, great. That's nice. That's nice. So, how is your experience up tak yoga? Strive with yoga के साथ अर्चिता?
Very good, wonderful. It's been so good to teach, to people all over the world and teaching different sessions. हर session अलग होता है. तो कभी
Yes.
backward bending, कभी forward bending, कभी we're working on the core. It's all going great.
We have Neeta Rege. I
Yes,
guess
that's
she's someone you know.
Yes, she's my mother, not someone I know. She's my mother.
Okay. Hi, Neeta. Okay. Auntie, your mom. Namaste.
Oh, you realize that now?
Yes. Okay. We have Vishwathaku.
Vishwathaku.
Yes. Hello, Vishwa.
I hope I
Yes.
pronounced it.
Good. Yes. And M someone. Oh, we have Matthew also from France. Hi,
Oh, hi.
Matthew. And we have Indre from Lithuania. It's a
That's
country in Europe. All the best. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so
Merci.
much.
Merci,
Merci.
merci.
That's the only French word I know, by the way.
Cool. We have Sneha also. That's good. Hi, Sneha. Let's start, Archita.
Yes, let's start.
Yes, yes, yes. So, because we have people from different continents as well, we will use more of English and a little bit of Hindi also. So, let's start, Archita. So, maybe basically tell us where are you from or tell our friends where are you from?
So I'm from Mumbai, India, and I did my 7 months TTC. So that's basically 500 hours of Allianz registration. So I did that from the Yoga Institute, which happens to be the world's oldest recognized organization. And
Wow. How old is it? कब से है? Since when it is? Your institute.
So we celebrated the 100-year. Yeah, we had a big 100-year celebration.
Wow, wow, wow. So you learned it from a very ancient school. That's
Yes.
great.
In place.
And how long? How did yoga come into your life?
Oh, so it started way back. So I have been practicing yoga for a very long time now, although I have been teaching only from 2 years. So it actually started with my mother asking me to just go and attend a yoga session.
What age were you at that time?
I was, I think 19, 20, somewhere around that, yeah.
Okay.
So being the typical 19-year-old, I was like, okay, चलो जाते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है. And I loved the class. So I think the very first session which I had for yoga was so mind-blowing. And after that, there has been no looking back. like be it in
That's
terms of
good.
practice or like of course I was not very regular initially when I was not a
Mm-hmm.
trainer. Being a yoga trainer has
Okay.
made me a lot more regular with my own practice as well. But yeah, I have seen amazing benefits. Like I have benefited tremendously, and that's why I
So you
decided
have
to.
been, you learned it when you were 19, right? First time when your
Yeah.
mother asked you to go. That time only you decided that you want to learn more or go for your TTC. How did it, how was the process or journey?
From there because so I was busy studying for around three
What,
four
what do
months.
you study?
I was studying for
What
my
were you
company
studying?
secretary. I was studying for my
CS.
company secretary. Yes. So that
Oh,
is
wow.
basically chartered secretary for people who are not from India. It's similar to what you all have chartered secretary in other countries. And I was like, I need to do something more in life because this is like getting
More
a
than
little.
CS.
No, not more than CS in the sense that I was busy studying. So I didn't go out. I didn't have any hobbies that time. So I wanted to explore something, and yoga turned out to be the
Mm-hmm.
best. But that time there was no intention of becoming a trainer or teaching.
No intention, right?
None.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you went to learn when you were 19. Then how many years were you practicing when your thought came, okay, abhi I want to learn or start learning
So
or get
actually,
into thesis or something?
this thought came to me in 2018. So that was pretty much like just 2 years back when I thought that why not just do a TTC. And the reason was very fascinating because I was not getting a good yoga trainer. So I tried to,
Okay.
find a good yoga trainer in my locality, but somehow it didn't happen. Probably I was destined to be one. So that's why. And
So you were practicing for how long? How many years did you practice on your own before you realized that you need a better teacher and that led you to the completion of
around
your TTC?
2.5 years, 2.5 years maybe, because after that I was swimming. So there came a time when I would swim every day, and the yoga actually took a little backseat. So I was not very
Mm-hmm.
regular with, and I was more into swimming. But then once I did my TTC, it was very clear that I need to start teaching people because it just felt so good. I remember my first class,
True.
and it felt amazing. And after that, there has been no looking back.
So, so what else do you do, Archita? We heard swimming, we heard CS, we heard yoga, we all know. What else is Archita made up of?
I am made up of a lot of food actually. So I like
We keep on seeing your stories and soup and everything.
anybody who follows my Insta handle will know that I post a lot of pictures of food and soups, and I love to bake, although I don't get much time to bake. But whenever I do, I really find it very satisfying to bake something and come up with new ideas. So it's creative, it's
Wow.
fun, and
Any connection you find between food and yoga?
sorry.
Any connection you find between food and yoga?
Yes, there is. Of course, yoga includes the diet. Like yoga
Oh,
is
that way. Mm-hmm.
exercise, it includes everything. There's nothing which yoga doesn't include. So yes, yoga and food are related. I'm not saying that I follow a very strict diet or I have a very healthy, nutritious diet every day. That's not the case. But I like to have healthy food more often than not. And especially in these times, I have really started, working on my immunity, having some really nice soups or maybe, other things which will help me improve my immunity.
Help you improve. Which is to the people or friends who have just joined, just to let them know, we have Archita with us, friends, today, and she is one of our trainers for Strive with Yoga, which is a social cause. She is participating and volunteering there and have been giving great classes. If you must have attend attended, or you can go and attend now or whenever. There's around IGTV, and we are just talking and getting to know her, and we have come to know that she has completed her 7th month 500 hours TTC from one of the oldest institutes in Mumbai, and she is from Mumbai. She has also been doing swimming. She has done her CS, as well as she is teaching since 2 years, and she is good with cooking and keeps on experimenting with new things and sharing her food experience with the world as well.
That was a
So
very
just
big That was a very good summary of what I said. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. So the people who have joined, they might also know, just to welcome, we have Hi Aarti, we have Yogesh from Chandrapur, we know Pooja from Pune, we know Tarana, she's from my college, and Pradeep, who's fond of, I guess, your apple pie. Pradeep is one of our trainers with Thrive with Yoga.
Hi Aarti. Okay, we have Pradeep Agarwal joining in. Yes, Yoga
Yes.
Institute. Yes.
Right. He's a quite learned person, Pradeep. So, taking the conversation forward, Archita, just tell us about your experiences or what has yoga, how it had impacted or has been impacting your life on a day-to-day basis.
I have a question. Can I take that first before it just goes out?
Yes.
Recipe dish for people who don't know how to cook. Okay, so just salads because you don't need much effort to just make salads. So you can just cut some fresh vegetables and add a little bit of honey to it or some dressing which you like, and that is the easiest I can suggest. But I basically enjoy making soups, so I have a YouTube channel, so you can just go and check those recipes. So
So just share the name of the YouTube channel as well so that people can join.
Yoga with Archita is my YouTube channel. So I have
Guys,
shared,
we'll be sharing all the links as well after this interview. We'll be sharing all the links so it's easy for you to go and follow.
uploaded 3 recipes. So you have tomato soup there. You have, what else do you have? You have some vegetable soup there, yes. So y'all can enjoy that.
The question was asked by the Great Indian Diet. Maybe one more, maybe I can think of is fruits. You don't need to do anything. You just cut and eat. A very good dish or recipe. It's easy, healthy. You can have it anytime. Now, I do that. That's why because I can only cook tea.
I have a
We love
compliment.
your every yoga session.
Rani
Yes,
Dhawan.
she's Chaitali. Yes. She has been following the sessions regularly. So good. Thank you, Chaitali. So yes, Archita, continue. So how has yoga impacted your life in the past, in now, and how is your experience with it?
It's been a wonderful, impact which yoga has had. To be honest, yoga has taught me to be happy. It has taught me to just accept myself because no matter where you go, what you do, you'll always find somebody who's probably better than you in some aspect. Okay,
True.
somebody maybe
True.
more talented than you,
Definitely.
somebody has more opportunities than you. So I've just learned to accept that this is how I am, and the aim of your life should be to work on yourself. And I think yoga just transformed me in so many ways. It's made me confident. It's made me love myself, and it's made me realize that you can actually find happiness by helping others, by being good to others. So I am somebody who truly believes in the yoga philosophy as well. So although you see me do a lot of asanas, you see a lot of videos wherein I am doing the postures, but deep down I know that you cannot separate that from the philosophy, and I absolutely
Wow.
love.
And when did you realize it? So just to sum up, maybe confidence, accepting the self as you are, being happy, not being competitive. When did you started realizing that this is a part of you now?
Honestly, when I started practicing yoga, so TTC came way after that. So even as a
Okay.
even as a practitioner who would do basic yoga, like very basic, I would not do any of the handstands, headstands, no postures. So you can imagine if basic yoga poses can help somebody so much, then it's something very powerful. And that's when I thought that I need to share this with everybody, because it's so impactful. It's something which everybody requires, no matter how old you are or no matter where you are in the world, it's universal. So that was the
Definitely.
time, very sure that this is what I wanted to do in life.
Common and equally impactful to all.
Exactly. And as
Definitely.
I started practicing asanas, so it is beautiful how I immediately felt very connected to forward bending asanas. So I am somebody who loves, you tell me to go for a forward bend and I'll just do it right now. So I think I have always understood that.
Your favorite thing, huh? You can write in your CV or somewhere, my hobby is forward bending.
No, I just connect that with humility and the emotions we
Wow.
carry in the asana. So I think every asana has a psychological benefit. It's not just at the level of the body. So yes, so I think just practicing normal postures helped me tremendously.
Yeah, something like maybe I can just think of is like when you do this peripona, you just bend down. It's like a forward bending. It's sign of humility.
That's the beauty of it, right? We've always associated forward bending with humility, with surrendering. We have always associated backward bending with courage. So every asana you do has some quality. It's not just random. The yogis
Wow.
actually had some thinking behind that in which they have given
So
to us.
maybe in the next class when you're taking up, you can just mention that this asana is dealing with this emotion to make it more strong.
I would love to, but I fear that I will not be able to cover asanas. Like I will not be able to cover
Ah,
many.
that way, right.
Either go past the 1 hour limit. So I will
True,
have
true,
to
true. So guys, if you have anything, you can just DM us and Archita
yeah,
or any of us would be happy to help you.
yeah, Pradeep,
Bhava, right.
about the bhava, yeah.
Bhava. True, true. We just, Pradeep's knowledge can't be ignored. He's like a shining diamond. Always is shining from somewhere. That's good. So, what would be your input maybe for someone who has just joined our Strive with Yoga channel, make recommend by a friend or someone, maybe for the first time he's just in a beginner stage. What would you recommend for, or for that matter, anyone who wants to start or has just started?
Do not keep very high goals. Like, don't think about I will practice for 1 hour every day. Think about I will practice for maybe 10 minutes every day. And
Mm-hmm.
I so want to say this statement. It is always about consistency. It has never been about your intensity. It's not about working out for like 2 hours one day and then 2 days you are taking a rest. That will never like help you as far as yoga is
Help you.
concerned. For most things in life. So it's okay if you are working out for like if you're doing yoga, if you're doing your asanas for maybe 15 minutes every day, I would give that a much better rating
Much
as
better.
somebody who is working out or doing yoga poses for 1 hour and then just 2 days he's taking a break and then it's not
Great.
happening. So it's always consistency which will get you further.
Over
And
intensity.
not do not compare yourself with anybody else, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
being a yoga trainer, trust me, it took me ages to sit in Padmasana. Okay, my friends would literally be like, how is this possible? Because I could do a lot of other poses, but I could just not sit in Padmasana. So it took me like
Padmasana.
a lot of time. So you never know what, your body may not react in a
So
certain way.
everyone's body is different.
Exactly. So everybody is different and everybody has their own strengths, everybody has their own weaknesses. So you
We
will
have
never.
Premji with us.
Yes, hello
Premji,
Premji.
Premji.
So, you will not find anybody who can do all the poses. So that's not going to happen. Don't think of that. Just enjoy the process and the end result will be beautiful. So somebody who's beginning
Consistency is
now,
good over intensity, and you should not compare yourself to anyone. And
it's so common you are in a yoga studio and you tend to look right, look left. And we've all done that. Come on, let's just we all at some
true,
point of time.
definitely, definitely.
So that is something which
We
is very
tend to
unnecessary.
unconsciously get influenced. Right,
So you
right.
because you have a wonderful body, you have a wonderful, like gift to which you have been given. So just explore that. And when you're doing yoga, just pay attention to your own body and your breath and nothing else.
And based on your individual capacity or strengths or flexibility of the body, you go accordingly.
And different people will take different time to, get flexible or get stronger.
True, 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 true. Guys, if you have any question, just share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Because that's the purpose of this conversation.
Please feel free to ask me questions.
Yes, thumbs up. Good, good. We have Sunita. Sunita Royal, we welcome you all again. Those who have joined late, we are just having a discussion. One of our talented teachers, Strive with Yoga, from Strive with Yoga. Archita is her name. CS is one of her qualifications, and food and swimming and yoga, TTC 500R, and she tells that intensity is not as valuable as consistency in yoga. It has given her confidence. It has helped her be happy, and not compare herself to others. And she's been teaching since the past 2 years, right?
Yes.
Yes, and she has 3 soup recipes on YouTube.
Yes, I do.
Yes, that's awesome. So Archita, what would
Videos as well. Okay, so it's not like I'm just posting my cooking recipes. So I have like yoga videos.
yoga videos as well? Forward bending is her favorite asana. Maybe we can have a quiz on Archita.
Yes, true.
That's nice. That's good. So Archita, tell me. So what you mentioned about being happy or feeling confident about yourself. These are the emotional or psychological benefits that you mentioned about yoga, right? So what are those physical benefits you would like to share with the people? In addition to definitely your body being flexible, what else did you realize in your body?
What else?
Because of yes.
Body? There are many things actually. I realized that one side of my body, so the left side of my body is not as flexible as compared to the right. So this was something I had no idea about. Before I did yoga, I absolutely didn't know this. I never paid attention to my breathing. So I remember during the first yoga class I went to, probably the first in 19 years, I sat down and paid attention to my breath, which is not a good thing, like something as basic as breath, and we are not aware of that. So I think again, in terms of if you're asking me in terms of my own body, I realized that my strength was better than my flexibility. Like even now, I am much more comfortable working with strength than flexibility.
Strength. Okay.
And taking me a lot of time to get flexible. So especially the lower body flexibility took a lot of time, whereas strength happened pretty quickly. So that was not an issue. So
you also realize maybe the sleep or the food pattern changes in that which naturally happened because of regular practice?
Yes. I have started sleeping much better. So I hardly get like 5 hours of sleep maybe, and that is more than enough for me. So I have never really got more sleep. So it's always 5.5 hours, which works.
Do you feel it's less?
Huh?
Do you feel it's less? 5 hours sleep?
I don't feel it is less. I have a question from Chaitrali.
Yes, I know. Chaitali.
Is Surya Namaskar an effective tool for reducing weight?
Effective tool for reducing weight quickly.
It is. And the reason being that you have 12 postures. So you get benefits of all those 12 postures. And you can do it in a dynamic way. You can do it fast, like a vinyasa flow. Or you can do it slowly. So you're toning your muscles. You are inculcating patience in yourself. So you can add these varieties. You can do it fast. You can do it slow. And Surya Namaskar is anytime great for reducing weight. But just make sure that
what else? Why don't you share 3 to 4 different type of asanas or practice that people also can benefit from for reducing weight specifically?
Okay, so you want me to talk about weight reduction specifically?
Dealing with yoga, yes, weight reduction and asanas. What specific asana? Yeah.
Firstly, you need to realize that there are many things that come along with weight reduction. So it's not just you working out. It has to be your diet. It has to be your sleep pattern, the way you were mentioning earlier. So stress level, your basic body type. So you can't just, expect that you will start doing yoga and you will lose weight. I have another question coming in. I will take one.
Maybe you can just continue. Yes, you can continue and then we'll take.
Yeah. So in terms of weight reduction, Surya Namaskars work really well. Now, holding postures will help you because so when you're holding any posture for a longer time, that will definitely give you more benefit of that asana. So it could be a very simple asana, like maybe a Palakasana when you are just stretching your hands up. Okay, that could be it. But if you are holding that for around 2 to 3 minutes, you'll start sweating and you'll start burning a lot of calories. So when people talk about is yoga really beneficial for weight reduction, you need to consider the timing for which they are holding asanas. So for any forward bend, I'm talking about the forward bend again. So any forward bending asana where you are in your abdominal area, where you are, creating that compression will help you reduce the belly fat, because that is the major concern for most people, because
standing and sitting both, right?
Exactly. So any forward bending what would help you great is also any twisting or any bending poses. So if you ask me specifically what poses, you have yoga asanas like Trikonasana, wherein you are going at the sides.
Triangle one.
Yes, so you are stretching one side of your body completely. So that will definitely help you tone your abdominal area. And be slow, whatever, no matter what asanas you do, be slow with your process. Let your body understand what's happening. And then there are a lot of other asanas which I usually make people do. So there's something known as Vayu Nishkasan. I don't know if most of them would be knowing it. In my next session, I will surely take that up. So it's basically a combination of forward bending and it's similar to Malasana. So there are two things you do. So it's great to tone your lower body. So that is one thing I really recommend to anybody who wants to reduce weight because it's fast, you know. It's basically squatting, it's going down completely, and you come up with a forward bend. So there are two things happening. So that is one
That's
thing I
cool.
would suggest.
We would look forward in your class for the same
Next
asana.
session.
Definitely. Great. We have more people joining. Welcome you all. Aniket, hi. Now we can take the question. It's again from Great Indian Diet. Thanks for asking nice questions. So are you planning to pursue yoga as a career for earning income or do you have other plans in future? Archita.
It's a great question. So as we are in the lockdown right now, so in India, especially in Mumbai, we have the cases rising, like the number is rising constantly for corona. So we have been advised to stay at home. And in the current situation, I do not see myself working as a CS or I don't see myself working as a lawyer because right now the placements are also not happening. And secondly, I'm doing so well with my online yoga sessions and workshops.
So you have also been teaching offline, Archita? You also teach offline?
Right now in the lockdown, or you asking me
Not right
previously?
now, without lockdown.
Without lockdown, yes, I take private sessions, no? So I have been a yoga trainer, so I take private sessions offline
Right.
as well.
Where do you teach? If you can tell the people, if their friends or family are around, you can, they can just
So
join. Which area you teach?
So if you are from Mumbai, in that case, I cover areas from Goregaon to Santa Cruz. So that's basically western suburbs. And that's the only area I cover because otherwise traveling gets too much. So if I get some client who is staying beyond that, I would just recommend some other colleague or somebody.
Okay.
So that's my area, from
That's
Goregaon.
cool. We have one more question, and again, before that, we'll just welcome a couple of more people. We have yoga with Urvigala. Hi, and we have Shreya Rathi joining. Hi, Shreya, and hi, yoga with Urvigala. And we have Guru. He has been, I guess, I've seen him. He has been following our channel. And his question is that in case someone has serious time constraints to choose between yoga, asana, or pranayama, what should be the ideal choice and why?
See, I would always recommend you to start with the asanas. Okay, do not directly jump to pranayams because if you are aware of the Ashtanga Yoga, you always have asanas coming prior to the pranayam stage, and there's a reason behind it. So unless you are comfortable with the physical postures, unless your body is not strong enough, you ideally don't really work on the pranayam because see, pranayam is something. Prana is very subtle. Your body is gross. So you always go from the gross to the subtle. Secondly, pranayams, you are basically dealing with your respiratory system. Asanas will help you improve your breathing capacity. So in a way, asanas is the preparation for pranayam. So if you've never done yoga before, if you've never done pranayam before, always start with the asanas first. You can do pranayams along with that. Okay, so maybe you can do 5 minutes of asanas, 5 minutes of pranayams, totally cool. Rather than doing 10 minutes of pranayams right from the beginning. So yes, I would always do asanas before pranayam. Later, you can do whatever you are comfortable with. Once your body is used to it, you can do more of pranayams, less of asanas. Absolutely okay.
Bhairavi wants to know your school's name again, the 100-year-old ancient school. So she had mentioned in between, but thanks for asking. We'll just hear it from her again.
So I did my yoga teachers training from Santa Cruz, the Yoga Institute. And as he said, that is the oldest like organized institute in the world as far as yoga is concerned.
Yes, did you take? Yeah, thanks for the grammatical correction. No, just she's too critical about herself. I feel good. That's nice, Bhairavi, and aware of her actions. Good. So, just extending the question of Guru, Archita. If someone is starting into yoga pranayama and the person is not very comfortable with asanas, but a person is comfortable with pranayama, so what would you recommend or say to that?
Then see, you can keep your count low. Don't go for the intense pranayams. Like I've seen people do Kapalbhati, in a very, very strenuous way. I've seen people do Bhastrika, literally stressing all their facial muscles. So don't do that. You can, if you feel that, okay, you want to start with pranayams, start with something like equal breathing or abdominal breathing or, like Nadi Shodhan, wherein you are not holding much. You're just
Right.
alternating. You are inhaling from one nostril, exhaling from the other. So do things which your body is comfortable with. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you could see some serious results on your body. Like pranayams will generate a lot of heat in your body, and your body will not take that. So you might
True.
have problems like acne or pimples or something going wrong with your body internally or hyperacidity. So be careful with what you do. If you are comfortable doing pranayams and you've never done asanas in your life before, start doing some asanas and they'll surely help you with your pranayams as well. But I
That's
would always
good.
do asanas before pranayams.
That's good. We also would like to welcome Simran and Shubham and Veena in the Inter studio have joined us recently. Hello, friends. If you have any questions, do let us know. And we are today in conversation with Archita, the great teacher who is volunteering for Strive with Yoga. She also teaches offline in Jogeshwari area and takes online classes as well. And today she is sharing her knowledge with us so that we can benefit from it. So if you have any question, you just give us. Yeah, Kirti has a question. So Kirti, okay, first we'll take the question that Kirti had. She had posted a question on DM. So it's like she's facing some problem with her lower back.
Okay. What
Okay,
problem
there's
is
a pain. There's a pain. When she tends to bend, it's more intense, but generally also there's a pain. So what would you like to recommend for that?
I don't really know her exact condition. So is it slip disc? Is it just general pain or is it some
No,
chronic?
it's general pain. As far as I remember, it's general. If you have anything, you can just DM or type now. Also, it's good.
Specific, if there is any specific condition, please let me know because then I can give you a better suggestion. But try going for backward bending asanas. So what I would suggest is you go for Bhujangasana. Don't go for Dhanurasana or any of the extreme backward bending asanas initially. So avoid Ushtrasana, avoid Dhanurasana, Chakrasana, not right now. Go with the basic, Setu Bandhasana, Bhujangasana. You have a few variations in Bhujangasana. The full one, with the variation with your elbows bent, or you can go with the straight elbow as well. So take a basic backward bend, whatever is comfortable to you. So make sure that you're comfortable and it will help you strengthen your back. So rather than going for forward bending, people with lower back pain or stiffness should ideally go for backward bending asanas.
Backward bending. Cool. That's nice. That's perfectly briefly answered. Thanks, Archita. And you can thank Chaitali as well. She says that she has understood Surya Namaskar better with her Strive with Yoga session as compared to offline yoga class.
It's a very, very good compliment. Thank you.
That's good. That's what. Kudos to all the Strive with Yoga team.
No matter what, don't give up on your practice, Chaitali. We're so proud of you.
Yes, thanks. Thanks to Chaitali for practicing every day and realizing that you can learn online as well. And it tells us that she has been practicing online, though her offline classes are not there. That's good. That's good. So guys, you can just, thank you. Yes, Kirti is thanking. Welcome. Most welcome, Kirti. Yes. So, Archita, tell us about your hobbies.
Okay, my hobbies include, honestly, these days my hobby includes just finding out information for conducting yoga classes. So reading has been one thing, but it is usually related to meditations or yoga. So it's pretty much in the field. And apart from yoga, what my hobbies are, as I said, swimming. So swimming is one thing I absolutely love to do. In fact, the idea of doing teachers training came to me when I was swimming. So yes, that was
How
swimming.
did it happen? If you can share us.
Honestly, I was just taking a laps, and it just crossed my mind that it's something I can try out. So I was searching for the basic 1 month course. So I thought, why not just go home and find out whether something like this exists, and it did. You know,
Hmm.
so I got that idea when I was swimming.
So
Apart
how did it happen from 1 month to 7 month course?
because I loved the 1 month course so much that I decided I need to do the 7 months
Ended.
course.
Oh wow,
And
that's fantastic.
what we learned in 1 month was so interesting. I wanted to know more. So we had just a glimpse of Yoga Sutras. We had, very basic yogic philosophy. So I thought that why not just do the, proper advanced course and get to know all that is there.
So it seems you are more interested. Maybe yoga philosophy is your foundation, and asanas is just built upon that.
But it should be that way. Like it was meant to be
True,
that way.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely it is. That's why I just put up, so that people can understand that, it's the other way around.
Yes, yes. Although we see people
Definitely.
promoting a lot more these days. So
True.
Asana, which is very strongly promoted, and you have competitions these days, which I am not very sure about.
Basically, or definitely all the competitions or challenges that I've seen are only on asanas as practice.
Yeah, so I actually came across a video which spoke about yoga competition, and you have people coming in, demonstrating, and holding poses for a longer duration,
Longer
and
time. Hmm.
have judges judging them. So I found that to be weird because yoga was never meant for that.
True.
And so
We have
yeah.
few more guests. We have Aboli, we have Abhishek, we have oh, okay. Okay, we have one more from P. It's Pahindra.
Who is it?
Pahitendra.
Okay.
He is one of the person who's just come now. That's good. That's good. Guys, if you have any questions, please do share. Feel free so that we can make the best use of the knowledge that Archita is carrying, and she's here to just help, and that's why she is volunteering. So she has been teaching online, offline. She has a private classes as well. However, still she is managing to volunteer on Sabbath Yoga and taking free classes so that all of us people can
Wonderful.
benefit. Okay, we have
Okay, we
question
have a
from Shubham. Yes, I just want to know about basic meditation for my inner happiness and want to practice it. Hello, Ronak. Go ahead, Archita. You can answer Shubham. He needs
question.
to know the basic meditation for
Okay.
inner happiness.
So
Yep.
the basis of any meditation would be you paying attention to your breath. So, no matter how advanced meditation you would do or how basic you would do, you would always begin by, just focusing on your breath. And I have actually made videos for, teaching people how to prepare yourself to meditate, because it's not just about sitting at one place and closing your eyes. So, I have covered topics like how to sit when you are meditating, how to breathe when you are meditating, and how to actually, a lot of people complain about when I am sitting to meditate, I have a lot of thoughts coming to my mind. Like this is something which is a common complaint from most people. So where I
True.
have spoken about, how you should accept those thoughts rather than running away from them, and to expect that you will not have any thoughts when you meditate is not cool. Like you can't expect.
You can't
So just
expect.
whatever. Yeah, because your mind is supposed to have thoughts. When you're meditating, you don't expect your kidneys to not function, your liver to not function. Then why this compulsion on your brain that it should not function? Like, of course it will function.
True.
So, as you
True.
said, the basic meditation technique would be to keep your spine straight. Okay, make sure that you're sitting comfortably. If you are in any kind of physical discomfort, you will not be able to meditate properly because you will
True.
constantly keep thinking about the discomfort. So you can sit on the chair, you can sit down with your legs crossed, or any posture you are comfortable with,
Most comfortable
provided
with.
your spine has to be straight, your shoulders have to be pushed back so that you can breathe deeply. If you are sitting in a slouched posture, you will not be able to breathe correctly. So, again, your meditation will not be very great. And close your eyes, but don't just close your eyes all of a sudden and then start meditating. So, keep your eyes open, slowly transition into a meditation. Like you look in front of you, try to just stare into maybe a wall or something like that. And then slowly, when your eyes feel heavy, you close your eyes. And, with that awareness, you will meditate, maybe starting with 2 minutes, slowly taking your time till 5 minutes. You can use visualizations, you can use affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many things which will help you,
Definitely.
remain in that state rather than, just sitting with your eyes closed. You can
True.
come with your own ideas. Like, I love to chant. So I'm somebody who, feels the vibrations of whatever mantra.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
These things will also help you. You can try music meditation. Initially, it is great because you have something where your mind, you can focus your mind somewhere. So you are not just sitting in silence because a lot of people find silence to be very, uncomfortable. So you can try music meditation, just play some soothing soft music, stay there for 2 minutes and keep practicing every day. That's the
Lot of
only
options he has now.
yes. So affirmations
Yes.
work great. It can be a sentence, it can be a word, it can just be that if you want to attract happiness, if you feel that you want to really be happy, just say that I'm happy and keep telling that to yourself every time you meditate. So
Maybe
it's
I
that.
have one more option that maybe I can suggest, Shubham. So as you mentioned, you want to practice something for inner happiness. So maybe you can list down what is the cause of your sorrow, because we don't need anything to be happy. So maybe you might come up with 5 to 10 things which are making you sad. You just take a piece of paper, write it down those things, and you know that your sorrows are there on those piece of paper, and then you can start meditating as any and choose any of the options Archita said.
Then just burn the paper. So even that might help
And
you.
yeah, after that you have a choice. Maybe you can again take back those sorrows, because you're not born with any sorrows. So you're born with happy mind, like, so that is
Yes.
there. So that is one of the option. We have to welcome Danesh, hi, and Sagar Agrawal. So we have Archita and Danesh as well. Yes. Yeah, Shivam is laughing. Yes. So we have Archita today. She's sharing her knowledge about yoga and pranayam and meditation. She is one of our volunteer teachers with Strive with Yoga. She is a CS and she has her own classes. However, she is volunteering here and spreading the message of yoga, meditation, and pranayam with the world, so that all of us can benefit. If you haven't taken the 21 days fire challenge, that is Strive with Yoga challenge, you can come on the channel. We have free classes 7 a.m. in the morning and 7 a.m. in the evening every day, and where we teach different kind of practices, and we are 13 teachers from different countries and continents. You can just come and witness and learn and grow yourself. We have Radha Krishna 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 joining. Yes, nice name. Good.
Yes.
So
It's a loving
Archita,
name.
any final? Sorry.
That's a loving name, Radha Krishna.
Yes, yes. So any final thoughts, Archita, you would like to, your best piece of advice to the people or our friends who are watching us or who would watch us on the saved video in IGTV? For them, what would you like to share?
Don't neglect your health. That is one advice which I would love to give everyone, that please take your body and your health seriously, because that's one thing which will stay with you no matter what. Okay, a lot of things might come into your life, might go. You can be ambition, there can be a lot of
Your
things.
voice, Archita, you have to repeat. Cut, repeat.
Okay. Don't
Rewind and repeat. Okay, say now.
okay.
Fair enough. Not as good. कुछ किया आपने? Did you do something?
But I can also hear some disturbance. So I just
Okay,
try to
maybe at this. No, it's good. I guess maybe at 9:44 to 9:45 के बीच में ऐसा कुछ disturbance होता है. It's gone now. Continue.
it's gone.
Gone. Continue.
Okay, so what I was saying is you take your health seriously because I see a lot of people neglecting. Make sure that you do your practices every day, and no matter whether you do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just be regular. Show up on your mat. And enjoy.
Wow. So just to summarize, final piece of advice from Archita is don't neglect your health and be consistent. As she mentioned earlier, also consistency over intensity. Maybe you can do for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but as she said, get on your mat and just do it every day, and gradually you can increase the time and intensity of your practice as well. Right, and it has taught her to be happy about herself, to be more confident, at the same time not to compare herself with the world. So these are a few benefits that we know that she has acquired, and definitely if you practice, you can also get them. And she has fairly and in a great way, briefly answered a lot of questions that have been taken up. And thanks to you guys for sharing the questions, or else she could not have answered.
Questions.
Sorry?
I said
Voice
thank
was-
you.
Yes,
It's not
yes. Thank you all. Yes.
Thank you.
We have few more people joining, so we say them hi, and at the same time, if you have guys any last question, you can let us know. Ruby Vanza and Sayan Dunga Dasgupta.
Hello, Sayan.
Hi friends, hello. So if you have any questions, you can just throw us now, or you can just DM us on Strive with Yoga. And do follow, do keep on your regular practice. That's our only urge, and that's the purpose we are existing. And we can say good night, goodbye to you, and we can take up your questions on DM.
Yes, we will love to answer your questions.
Yes, all the best. Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot. Yes, we have Swayam. Swayam, we are about to end. If you have any questions, you can let us know. We have a talented teacher, Archita, with us now.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's it, guys. And if you want to, if you want to change the morning timings, we have just put it on our page as well. If 7 a.m. is too early for people to wake up, so maybe we can, change the timing, so that our purpose is that you should join in.
Yes. Thank you, Madhvi.
Yes, thank you, Madhvi, for joining the session. And you can share with all. Is there any change in timing for morning batch, as you had all like? Yes, we have been asking, and as of now it's 7 a.m. in the morning. But if more people want it at 8 or 9, we will switch it to 8 or 9. Thanks, Chaitali. Yes. So Archita, I guess people have learned a lot, and it's a lot that we can practice and implement, and it has been great to interact with you. We have Yatharth, we say hi and bye both to you together.
Please feel free to ask your questions on DM, guys.
Yes. So Archita, thank you once again for sharing your time, your knowledge with the people, and being there on Strive with Yoga for teaching and letting the world benefit through your knowledge of yoga. And definitely we'll share all the links of Archita and her talents and hobbies, that is maybe yoga and meditation and cooking and soup recipe and whatnot and everything, or YouTube, Instagram channel, so you can follow her as well and learn from her. Yes, guys.
Thanks, Chaitali.
So,
thanks again.
Thank you, Chaitali. Okay, so see you guys for tomorrow 7 a.m. class.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night, Archita. Cha boy.
Bye. See you.